Let us sum up what we have learned in the 7th week of this MOOC. So we have covered 4 modules in this week, a crucial week as I told you. The first module is module number 15. We learned about the statistical power and choosing the sample size. So in that very important module, we learned about false discovery rate, a very important concept that depends upon, the context, right? The prior probabilities. And also the statistical power and how the power is used for power calculation, that is sample size estimate. We also learned about the beta and its relationship with the alpha, the significance level. And that is what we learned in module number 15. Next module is module 16. We discussed about T distribution and the test of significance based on T distribution. So it's very, very important module. We first discussed what this T distribution all about, how it is derived, and history behind the T distribution. Then we discussed about the t-test. So there are 2 kinds of t-test, independent t-test and dependent or paired t-test. So then we discussed all about how to perform the t-test manually, as well as how to perform the t-test using an appropriate software, and how to interpret, that is more important, how to interpret the p-values of the t-test. Then we discussed about the module 17, in which we learned about F distribution and the test of significance based on the F distribution, the Fisher distribution. So we learned first about the F distribution and the history behind it. Then on the same module, we learned about ANOVA, that is most important, the F test using the F distribution. So 2 kinds of ANOVA we learned, that is one-way ANOVA or single factor ANOVA, and two-way ANOVA, which is 2-factor ANOVA, and when to use these 2 kinds of ANOVA. As well as in the same section, we also discussed about other kinds of ANOVA, like random effects ANOVA or repeated measures ANOVA, and when to use those kind of ANOVA as well. Finally, in module 18, we learned about post hoc test like Tukey's HST and why the post hoc tests are important. Bonferroni adjustment, for example, that is a very rough kind of post hoc test, while Tukey's HST is a lot more precise. And Donet's test or Holmes test, other kind of post hoc tests are there, and when to use it, all we learned in module number 18. So as you know very well, there are ungraded tests, please take it, and also there is a graded test. So it's very important not to skip the graded test, because that is considered for overall grading. And participate in the group discussions, and I hope you are enjoying it and you are moving it steadily. We are approaching almost the end of this entire MOOC now. We are in the halfway through, just completed the halfway. So it's a 12-week program. So before going, Yoi Shumatsuo, that is in Japanese, that means that have a nice weekend. I'll see you again next week. Thank you for watching.